Hey, this is Alicia DR Hankins. We're here with Blitz Bash. And, maybe you're thinking and sitting there and you have a job that you're not really liking right now, or maybe you're even getting, that little pink slip. I don't think they give pink slips anymore, but maybe you just got axed. I don't know, because that seems to be the trend. So we're kind of going to explore the idea of network marketing, and could it be your better answer? We've heard it a few times through 2015. I knew that there's a big time network marketer man who always toted it's a better way, but this could be the better answer. And we're gonna explore a little today about why it could be a better answer. Why we're doing it for sure. I know for us it's a better answer. For me personally, it's a better answer. Why it could be for you too. I'll toss over to my business partner, Nicole Kauweloa.
Thank you, Alicia. Welcome everyone as we're on another episode of our Blitz Bash. And today we're talking about network marketing. Could it be better for you? I was working a full-time job, and that's what we're taught, right? We go to school, we graduate, maybe some of us will go to college and you get a degree, and then we go and get a job. And a lot of people who go out there and get a degree, and they master in something, are actually in debt before they even start to work, right? All of those student loans. If you're very, one of the very fortunate ones where your parents are able to afford your whole tuition, then, you're off to a great start. But most chances are you have been in a situation where you had to take out student loans, and they're knocking on your door now. You've graduated, you have to make payments, and, you didn't even start working yet, which is kind of crazy and mind-boggling. And, I've been in network marketing. I never went to college. I went straight to work. And I just, you had to make ends meet. You did what you had to do. And you find yourself buying certain things. Maybe now, you're more independent. You need to get a car so that you can take yourself to work every single day, not have to depend on someone else. Then, you pick up maybe a cell phone. So the bills start to accumulate. Maybe you're going out and renting a place for yourself, or maybe you're even fortunate enough to buy a place, and, the bills keep on racking up. And then you look at your paycheck and you seem to be overspent. The money's gone before you even get paid. And that's a heavy burden for people to carry. It allows you to worry so much. And have you been in a situation where bills are coming in and you don't have enough to cover everything? So you're trying to think of a way to make it work where you can maybe stretch one bill, push it a little past the due date without getting some kind of repercussion of that, and, paying for another bill. Or, even having to put gas in the car. Gas nowadays is, really expensive. And oh my gosh, having to travel to work, right? We need the cars to go to work. So, I've been in many situations just as I've described, and it's tiresome. It's stressful. It caused friction between you and your spouse, you and your other half. And that's no way to live. I knew that there was so much more to my life and so much more that I wanted to be able to experience. And a job would not allow me to have that. A job would just allow me to be a little comfortable, to, if I was lucky, but to just pay the bills and, take care of the things that I had going in my life. I've had my hand in network marketing, and I've always loved the business model, right? You hear people talk about time freedom, generating the kind of income that you want, working around your own schedule. Well, what does that really mean? Time freedom, what does that mean? Does it give you the chance to spend more time with your children? Maybe you're working 2-3 jobs and you're not able to spend great quality time. You're up and you're gone out of the house before the kids even wake up. By the time you come home, dealing with traffic and, dinner, maybe you have an hour, 2 at tops at the very most that you can spend great quality time with your family. Now, is that something that you've envisioned for yourself? As you're getting older, you're building up your family. Is that really how you desired and thought that you would like to live your life? My guess is not, because, we have these big dreams when as little kids of what we would like our life to be. So being able to have that time freedom to work around your schedule. Maybe you have kids in school, kids who are in sports, it's a very demanding schedule. You only have so much time in the day. And a lot of parents are unable to even to experience that with them, with their children, right? So generating the kind of income that you want as well. What do you truly believe that you are worth? How much money do you believe that you are worth? Great question to ask yourself, right? Is it that, $20, $30 an hour is actually really great money to survive, but is that all that you truly believe that you are worth? So I want you to think about those questions. And a lot of people, when they hear about network marketing, they're like, oh, I don't want to sell anything. Maybe it's because they've had bad experience of people throwing things down their throat, people hounding them, people pushing them, fear of the unknown, right? It's just maybe a bad experience that they've had, that they never really gave network marketing a fair chance, a fair look. And I absolutely love it because it allows me to have the time freedom. It allows me to work around my children's schedule, and then to bring in the kind of money that I know that I truly deserve, and to build up that dream lifestyle that I've always wanted. Having it doesn't have to be a big, huge 50,000 square foot home, but just a really nice home that's comfortable, room enough for everyone, and there's storage for things that that recreational things that we like to do, and things of that nature. So I mean, that's kind of my perspective or my thoughts behind the industry. And I know, Alicia, you have some really great ones as well, so I'm going to flip it back over to you.
Well, I can relate to everything that you just said. So, and coming from the other end, I'm going to guess that there's people out there right now that are watching that you did go to college, because I went, and then I have a lot of people in my family that went. And let me tell you something on the other side, which is really kind of interesting to see as a trend too, is everyone that went, even though they had their little piece of paper on the wall, didn't want to do that as a job once they were out. So we have like this whole group of college graduates that don't want to do what it is that they went to school for. And it comes with a bill. And it did have a bill, and it still does have a bill. It's the bill that keeps on giving. So it's kind of crazy. And you still have the same amount left over. And my theory now is, after I've met a lot of different types of people, I've met so many different types of people at all different income levels. And it seems as if, even if you're a millionaire, what's kind of interesting is it seems as if you spend more. So the more you have, the more you spend. And then you still kind of end up with the same tiny little pocket at the end after you spend everything. You have kind of the same little cookie jar of leftover money after everything it is that you want to buy is bought. So I think the more money you have, the more money you spend. So very interesting about network marketing is that the residual income part, where you could collect money for not doing anything. You do everything in the beginning part, and you do an awful lot of work to do the foundational growth part. And then, ta-da, one day, you realize that, oh, there's a deposit into your account and you didn't do any work that week save for it. So that is the part that makes it a better way, or a better answer. And now I've discovered that millennials, they are going to college. The trend is that they are going to college. They're getting more educated. That's the trend. But then as you get more educated and your friend is getting more educated, your competition, they also go from bachelor's to master's. Everyone has one. Once everyone has one, you're still the same status quo. You're still all even. You're still all exactly the same. You have the same qualifications, everything. So the competition, you don't shine anymore above the competition. But millennials are also figuring out that network marketing is the thing to do while in college. I mean, where else can you make this kind of money? No one in college now is, doing the dishwasher story, the delivery story, the little jobs, even to caddy at the golf course. They're not doing that. They're not making that kind of money. They're making big money. So we're talking like every so often they print 30. We were discussing 30 under 30 millionaires under the age of 30. So, and a lot of them are doing that in network marketing. That's where they're making the money. So, it can be your side thing while you're going to school. It can be the thing that pays off your school. It can be the thing that gives you all the time in the world that you need. That's the number one thing. When you can open up your phone, check your email and it says there's been a deposit into your account, and all you did was check your phone, that leaves the other rest of the entire week, 5, 6, 7 days, all those hours a day that you can do something else. You know, you could either make money doing something else. That's your second, third, fourth stream of income. Or, you know, you live off what it is that your phone just deposited into your account. So I love that part. So I don't know. I find that is the best benefit of network marketing right there. I can't think of anything else you could do that does the same thing for you. Unless you start off, you have so much money, you start a foundation, or maybe you invent something and then you have residuals on that. There are not too many things out there with residuals that you have a very low investment on.
Exactly. That's the point that I wanted to just touch on as well. You know, if you have the money, then you can create some kind of foundation so that you have this residual income. So you're investing hundreds of thousands, if not even millions of dollars into a business that will take you how many years to actually land into profit. And where the network marketing industry is, you will actually invest, you know, very minimal amounts of money, but yet still be able to create that kind of $1 million empire if that's what you want. Right. So it's just a matter of understanding that where you want to be. What do you want it to do for you? What do you want this industry to provide for you, for your family? And I just wanted to touch a little bit, you know, you had mentioned earlier about people going to college and the subject that they're going to study is not the profession that they actually end up in. And that's a very hefty price to have to pay to learn that that's not something that you want to do. And it's kind of, you know, I mean, I have nothing against people going to college and things, but I know people like that as well who, you know, gone to college, spend lots and lots and lots of money, and, you know, that's not even the field of work that they choose to be in. So,
but most times it's like they went to do it to make somebody else happy. And then what they end up doing is totally crazy. It's like totally opposite, just absolutely freeing and opposite. It just is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, you know, network marketing, it's a great industry to be in. And, you know, you should really do some research. And a lot of people, like I had mentioned before, you know, maybe just have had bad experiences with some people who weren't, you know, leaders or people who just, you know, had no idea of how to really do it the right way. So when you follow the right person, the right people, have the right support, they will teach you the right way to talk to people, the way to get it out there. So, you know, I mean, I don't know anybody out there who likes to sell, you know, I mean, I personally don't. And I believe that there are some people who do enjoy selling, but most people do not. And, you know, that's actually not what we really do. We just, another thing, I'm sorry, this video might go a little bit longer than we anticipated, but
it's a hot topic. It is.
Yeah, it's a hot topic. The self-development that you get, you know, this is things that you learn in this industry about what the industry is about and how to do it effectively. And you learn so much about yourself in the process. You start to grow and you expand your knowledge, and I mean, it opens up your mind, your world to so much that a college education and a high school education will not give you. I mean, do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. And that's something that even the colleges now are actually looking at. My son's actually teaching at a college, so they're actually looking at how non-life-like the experience really is. But you know, it is what it is. It's academia. And, you know, those of us that have been through it, you're like, okay, there are things in your training there that you could bring out there, but really nothing can replace your real life experience. When you're thrown into it, you know, you sink or swim. And I think that people feel that way about network marketing. You sink or swim, because I have sunk in a lot of network marketing businesses. Okay. So now I'm not just swimming, but surfing and really having a great time with it. I have a magazine here. You were mentioning about the investment. So in this magazine, I won't even tell you what it is, because irrelevant. But in here, they advertise for you to become franchise business people. So there's this tiny little one. The littlest one I could find was it's a package that starts at $6,000, and that's just what you pay them. And that doesn't include like the licenses and all the other legal things that you have to set up. But it's just what you pay the company, and you get very, very little. You get very little. And you don't get any training with that. You don't get you get a tiny booth. That's what you get. You get a tiny booth. So, and it's even voted for a business under 10K, because there are not very many businesses also under 10K. So this is a little tiny independent. But then there are franchises, and some franchises, you need 150,000 or something like that. Some can start with that, but most franchises, you even have to prove that you have like $1 million in assets. So we're in Hawaii here, so we always have inflated numbers too. So I think right now we had something that hit the state. They were going to give license to like 3 different people, only 3 people. But the number one criteria was you needed to show that you had $1 million in assets first. So you had to be a million. You have to be a millionaire already in order to start whatever this business is. So, for a lot of people, you're watching us, you're probably already out of the running for that. I'm going to assume. I shouldn't assume that. I'm sure we have some millionaires that are watching us, because we have 6-figure income builders, even on our own thing. And I know we have at least a 7-figure income person. So there's your $1 million right there. But in here, there are all these different things. 11,000. I have another little place like this where it shows like all these different businesses down this chart. I know it's hard to see, but when you look at the space here, training provided. Look at the little key and yes or no, and is it on site? Most of these are no. Most of them are no, or they're on site. So if you don't live where this facility is physically, you're not going to get training. So that's another plus. I mean, there are a lot of pluses to network marketing where, you can get training like this through video. You can get training through a book. You can get training through your local meeting. There's just, it goes on and it goes on. The money part is a better investment, better return for your investment. I'm a numbers girl, so you're gonna put in, X number of dollars. You're gonna get 2x, 3x, X exponent. You're not gonna get a fraction of what it is that you put in there. So, that and the time factor. You can never beat the time factor. Anytime that you're not putting that much time in and you're getting money, that's money per hour that you didn't do the per hour part. So, we could go on, right?
Go on, like putting in that effort, like you had mentioned before, in the beginning of your, the starting years, and it will pay you off for, as long as you continue to choose to be in that company. So, network marketing, it's amazing. It levels the playing field for everyone. You don't have to have a college degree. You don't have to be a professor. You don't have, we take people from all walks of life. Former teachers, I was in retail sales. I mean, college students, everyone starts in the same place.
That's a great point too, because you can come in as anybody, and it's all about you. So this goes right back to your self-development. It goes exactly to you. You are going to get out of it whatever you put in. So it doesn't matter whatever your previous baggage is that you bring with you. Check it at the door. Everyone starts all fresh and new. You can be anybody you want to be. It just depends on how you put in. And talking about, I showed you the magazine. Talking about who you want to be, and you were mentioning about personal development. There are articles in here for people who are charging to coach you to be a network marketer. And I'm talking about the thousands of dollars. And really, I don't even know what to say about that, because I'm going to venture out there to say that if you're with the right people, with the right group, like we have this great team thing. So we do personal development, we do marketing, we do our MLM network marketing. So we have this big ball. It doesn't cost you. It's not, it would be nice, right? We could do $500. How would you like $500 an hour to be coaching? right?
That would be amazing, right? I mean, and what we're giving to you folks here during this Blitz Bash as well is valuable content that a lot of the coaches that you're paying big money for, you know, would teach you. And, you know, why would you have to pay that when you have that amazing team that gives you, you know, when you link arms with them, that gives you that support, that marketing knowledge, and I mean, a vehicle for you to get to that lifestyle that, you know, that you want to live. So close it right there, right? Network marketing, it's amazing. I love being in it. I know you do, Alicia, as well. And you know, there really is a better way. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.